everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I have some happy mail from DeNea. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. I just can't. So let's see what DeNea sent. Awesome. Looks very cool. Love this waxy glassine bag. That's great. Oh, tickets, yes. She contacted me and told me that she had tickets, and I kind of thought that's what was in here, but you know, it's still a surprise, right? These are awesome. Thank you so much, DeNea. That's exactly what I wanted, was just some. I don't want one of those rolls that's like that thick and that big, you know. That's just a lot. So anyway, thank you. That's awesome. Love that. So I'm going to put them over here actually, and those will be great like for Christmas since they're red. And she sent me a little note. Oh, she just started to make junk journals. That's awesome. And altered books. Okay. So she made some altered cards, and they're inspired by Natasha at Treasure Books. And a small notebook is inspired by Pam at the Paper Outpost. And then she also made some crochet flowers. Awesome. That is so cool. So I'm excited to see. Love that bag. That is super cool. Very nice. My sister makes these too, and gosh, you guys do such a great job. I just can't imagine doing the itty bitties like that. Well, I can't crochet at all, so I can't imagine doing any of them, but these are great. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. They're great for, she said she adds them to tags and stuff, and that is such a good idea, and they're so nice because they're nice and flat, so that's great. And some altered cards. I love making these altered cards with some tea bag, it looks like, or you can also do it with, what do you call it, sewing tissue paper, you know, the pattern paper. So those are wonderful. Thank you. And then this is inspired by Pam at Paper Outpost, and I think I got the idea to do these this way from Treasure Books as well, so she does a great job. This is super cute. I love that faux stamp on the front. I don't know if you guys can see. So cool. It's so cute. What a great idea that is. I haven't seen Pam do that. I haven't gotten a chance to watch her in a bit, but I do love her. She does fun stuff. Always, you know, new ideas that are fairly easy. And this is a 3x5 card. And then it's stapled just some paper. And you could put, these are like coffee dye and this purple dyed paper. You could also put in some of the papers from the journal that you're making, you know, and slip it in a pocket so whoever receives the journal can add little bits of it. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, DeNea. That was so kind of you to send me these things. I really appreciate it. I love seeing what other people make. Like, that is just super fun to me. So thank you, thank you. I love it. I'll have to keep that one and make some of those because those are fun. In fact, we could even do that today. So since I don't have a specific plan, I mean, I'm starting a new journal, but that is awesome. Thank you, DeNea. So kind of you. And I'm very excited because my friend Lorie Edwards has agreed to, and I just wrote really quick on this paper so that you guys could see her name, and her channel on YouTube is Enchanted Dream 71. She is going to do a guest design team project for me, and I'm very happy. I can't wait to see what she does because she does beautiful, beautiful work. So go on over and check out Lorie at Enchanted Dream 71 if you don't already watch her channel, because she'll be doing some crafty cat stuff in her own style, of course. And then this is my new digi. I'm excited about this one. I worked on this one all weekend and I had a blast. It was just really fun because these rusty and old wood and stuff, those are pictures that my husband and I took when we were out riding our side-by-side, and then most of the numbers are pictures that we also took, like of old rail cars and you know, just stuff like that. So that's where all that has come from, and this is just out of an old book, and then this picture's out of that same book from, it's like from 1906, I believe. So anyways, that is that first page, and this is a collage that I did. Obviously, this is some of that green painter's masking paper. And then there's this one. So I love these old rust with the holes, so like it's just eating away at it. So that was fun. And then there's this one. And these old architectural type images are out of that same book from 1906. It was like a Los Angeles planning book, but it just had some cool stuff and it just looked good with this. I love this with this wood and these old rusty nails all sticking out over here. Just super fun. And this one, and this is an old license plate. So yeah, that was fun. I just put some like rusty pins, and I don't know, this one's much more masculine than what I normally do, but I just love it. And then this image was taken out of that same 1906 book, and this is the Art Council of 1906 in Los Angeles. I just think it's fun. I had a lot of fun making it. So there's 6 of these collage type pages, bless you. And then there's 8 kind of background pages, which are the photographs that we just, you know, made paper size basically. And my son put a filter on this one. I just love it. It looks like burlap because the original picture was really cool, but it just looked kind of flat. You can see the rivets over here. But he put a filter on it and did some stuff on these numbers. So that looks really cool. And then this is just one of the images. That's that one with all the rusty nails up there. And this one. So these are all original photographs. We didn't do anything to these particular ones. That one is the only one that we altered. But I thought these would just be fun to back tags or, you know, have in a page because you could still write on a lot of it. And like with a black pen, you could definitely write on these. So there's 8 of those background pages. 6 of the collage, 8 of the background. And then there's 3 ephemera pages. And I printed these on cardstock. And I'm not sure what weight this is. It's just one that I get at Walmart. So it's not a super heavy weight. I would say like maybe 26 or 30 something, I don't know, but anyway, so this is a long pocket, and you can see you just fold those flaps down and then the tag goes into the pocket there. And then these, if you want that tag in there, I mean you can put any whatever you want in there, but and then there's some other tags and a journal card, and then just some numbers to play with. There's this one with these 2 pockets where the sides fold in, so you got a little extra room. And then just the big numbers there that you can either cut apart or, you know, whatever you want to do with them. So that is my new digi, and it's called Rust and Numbers. Real creative name, right? Rust and Numbers. But I try to keep the name sort of simple just because sometimes it's really hard to remember when you're you know, like for my design team and all that, it's just hard to remember if the names are too much, you know. So I try to keep in keeping with whatever the thing is. So this is going to be my next journal, and this is a design team project for Medieval Mirage. And so it's a lot of her papers and a few other things. I've got my signature ready, and then this is just a manila file folder that I folded the sides in, and this one was a little bit smaller just because of the way the tab was and all that. So this front pocket is going to be a tiny bit more shallow than the back pocket, but I kind of like that, just a little difference there. So what I thought we would do today, we've done one of her envelope things. We did one of those last week, but let me see. I cut out loads of stuff, and I'm mainly going to be using her a bouquet of elegant eras, which I used in my last journal as well, but I'm using more of it. These kits are huge, you guys. So if you go over to her shop and you think, wow, those are kind of expensive or something, they're really not, because I mean, it's just tons of stuff. These roses are from the Graphics Fairy, but all this other stuff is from her her digi. So I wanted to use one of these, but I had one I cut out already. Where did I put it? So yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. We had a nice one. And I wanted to use a piece of this. This is avocado dyed paper. So we're going to use those. And I printed that on cardstock, so it's a little bit heavier than, you know, like this paper that I use for the pages. So I already cut out the middle part, and you saw, if you watch my channel, this is in Joff's kit. I did one last week where I put it on an envelope because that's, I think, what they're made for. I mean, I haven't talked to her about it, but I'm assuming that's what they're made for. So if you have a window envelope, which this is not, but you can put it over where the window is so that, you know, it's easier to cover the space around the opening, and it works really well. But I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I'm just inking this, and I kind of got a little jaggedy there. I'm not cutting out those inside spaces is always kind of interesting. I probably should have used a craft blade, but it's just antiqued, right? Okay, so we're gonna take this pink avocado dyed paper. I believe I got this one. This one wasn't from Denise, I don't think. I think this one was from Eva, so thank you, Eva. I really appreciate it. I'm almost out. I gotta get some more. So, let's see. I'm just trying. I want it to be the same size. That's why I'm making this so difficult. Roughly the same size, anyway. Okay, so I think about. I'm gonna fold it right there, and I'm gonna try to get it straight here. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. We didn't go anywhere this weekend. It was kind of, I mean, I love going and writing, but it was just kind of nice to stay home and get some stuff done. Like I said, I spent most of my time doing that digi because I did it all by hand first, and then, you know, my son will add stuff, or like you put the filter on that one picture or that kind of thing, and sizes everything so it's right and makes it so you can digitally download it and all that. I don't know how to do, so oops, I'm going to need that again if I get it the right size. It's kind of a little narrow, but it's just a touch narrow. I thought it'd be fun to make like a little flip, you know, and have this, but I will put, you know, cut out that space so that you can see through it. It's kind of like making a faux envelope, basically. I'm just grabbing some acetate. And this is just a bag that I saved from something I purchased. So if you don't have envelopes, especially this size, you can still use these, because that's what I did on that last video that I did using her envelope covers here. I didn't have an envelope that perfect size, but I just kind of tore around the edges and made it part of my collage, and so it worked well to do it that way too. So if you don't have an envelope that size, don't think, oh well, that doesn't work, I don't have an envelope that size, because it will work. So I'm just going to trace this out, and then I'm going to cut it out, which is always going to be fun to watch, right? And I hit my finger. Maybe I'll use these itty bitties because I seem to do a better job with them. So yeah, we just kind of hung out, and my daughter had to work all weekend, so she wasn't around much. My son was here. I didn't do a whole lot of hanging out with friends this weekend. we watched the new season of Lucifer in like 3 days. I mean, not 3 consecutive days, because we're never around, all of us, 3 consecutive days, but I don't know, we just love that show. It's just very entertaining. I don't know if any of you watch it, but I mean, they could not have picked a better actor for Lucifer. It's like, you know, you don't want to like the devil, but you do, because he's hard not to like. It's a cute show. A little strange, but there's lots of that now. So I told my husband the other day, I was like, remember when you could just watch movies and they were just entertaining, like funny or whatever, and it wasn't so much, I don't know, sometimes I just feel like it's overwhelming, the violence and just everything. But this show's pretty tame compared to a lot of them. Okay, so that can just go on there, and then we'll take a piece of acetate. Yeah, so whatever you guys got to work on, go ahead and get that out. Because I'm just starting another journal. This one will be in my Etsy shop. I'm not making this one for anybody, it's a design team project, so. And you don't have to be perfectly precise with this, luckily, because it's not that easy to cut, so you just want a piece big enough to cover the window space, really. That's all you're trying to do. And that was some real bad cutting. But it'll work, so that's all that matters. It's going to be in between, so nobody's going to see it. Just all you guys, right? I love this avocado dye. It's so saturated with color, it's great. Love it. I'm going to come a little bit lower here because that does stick out a little bit. And you just want to be careful when you're putting it on that you don't get, you know, don't push the glue towards the window part. Make sure you get all of the little hairs and things. Cling into it. So a lot of times what I do is just push away from the opening. Get a little bit there. A little bit more right here. I love art glitter glue with that little skinny tip on it. See, mine's a mess, but art glitter glue, if you guys don't use that already. And there's a link in my description box. I'm going to tell you, it is a little bit expensive, but I learned, because that's what kept me from buying it for the longest time. But it lasts forever. Like, I've had my one big bottle, I bought that bottle and the big one and to refill that one, and it's been over a year, so, and I use it pretty much every day, so it lasts very well. Okay, so that's going to go right there, like that, and then you have your own little faux envelope, if you don't have any, because I know sometimes we don't, you know, if you didn't get any in the mail or whatever, you threw them all away because you didn't realize that you wanted them. Or if you're like me, you go through bouts of just throwing stuff away because you get tired of it, and then you're like, why did I throw that away? Do that a lot. So welcome to all my new subscribers. It's been great And all my returning subscribers, you guys are awesome. Big thank you to all of you. Very supportive, great people. Great community for sure. Okay. And I do have a little hanging over there, so I might go ahead and trim that, and then I'll just ink it again, even though Joff has so nicely inked everything. But I don't want that white hanging over there. And that means I'll probably, oh no, I won't have to trim the other side. So if you see like Artie Mae's, she uses a lot of these and makes like little flips with them. And you don't have any. This is a way you can do it. So that's super fun. And then you can put it in your journal and you can write there, or you could add a pocket on there, which we might do that. And we'll have to make, put in, she's got some really tall, beautiful tags. That would work, huh? And then you could still write on that upper portion. I'm going to actually turn it inside out this way and do a little inking in here. I should have inked around that too, and I forgot. So be smarter than me and ink that ahead of time. Kind of munch that one with the cutter. I need to get a new blade for that, and I keep thinking that, and then I forget. Bless you. Bless you. He's going to have one of those days where he sneezes all through the video. We haven't had one of those in a while. It's usually when he mows the lawn, but he didn't do that this morning. Let's see, she's got some nice tags. I want to see if any of these fit. Oh, they're a little wide. So that would be cool. We could just cut a little bit off of each side. Let's see. There's these ones too. And you can't see it if it was over on that other side. This one. I like the lady. I think I'm going to go ahead and use her, but I'll just trim both sides a bit. There's also this, which could make a pocket. See, she has all different size little things on that page. Of course, there's lots of things I could make a pocket out of, but I don't know what I did with the other little one. Oh, there it is. It's thicker paper, so it might be better. Yeah, that fits really well as a pocket. I don't know. I'm going to have to cut that down quite a bit. Well, let's try it. I guess I can print it again if I mess it up. Let's see, how wide is this? That is... So we're going to have to go to like 2.5. That's going to be right at 2.5, so that's probably going to have to get a tiny bit thinner. Sorry, I know you can't totally see. I'll be done in just a minute. 2.5 right there. Let's go here. just want it to be even. Oh, and that's not even. There's not going to be anything left by the time I get done doing this. Craziness. I didn't exactly get that straight last time either. There we go. I think that'll be fine. It's kind of skinny, but it's okay. And I think I'll back it with some more of that pink paper. Because I just printed this on regular parchment copy paper. So it's a little too thin. This is a heavier weight paper that this avocado die is done on. I hope I haven't been like off screen mostly the entire time. Just have to trim that. I think my camera is okay now. I have to take the battery out, and I don't know what the deal is. Why it does that randomly, I don't know. I thought it was the card was dying, but it wasn't. The memory card. Yeah, I need a new cutting blade. Both my kids are home right now. My daughter's getting ready to go to school, but my son's the one that got the deal, man. He only goes 2 days a week. And then the rest is online. Which, talk about a deal when you're in high school, right? Everything's been pretty good at the university as far as I know. I haven't heard of, I know a lot of universities are having major breakouts of COVID, but I haven't heard much from BSU. Okay, so if I glue that down there, we need to ink that, and it needs something other than that big white space there. I'm not sure what to put in there. And if I have just some everything's gone the wrong direction. Good for one ice cream. I don't want to cover the whole entire space. I just want a little something on there. If I have a small, don't know what to put on there. That might have to wait until I can decide what I want to do. But see, with this in here, you could still write, you know, here, because this pocket is small. So that would work well. And I'll probably stitch around it. Just don't know what I want to do on it. It's just a tiny pocket. I need to ink this, and I'll stitch around this. Doesn't really need anything else because those images are so pretty. Oh, I know, I could use one of her stamps. That would work. Okay. All the little pieces of the sponge. That works, it works. Let's just get something on there. The lady's period says the rose. I think I want the rose. I think I'm going to cut it out with my Mini Peaks Deckly scissors. I've had these forever and a day, so. And they don't do this perfectly, but it's better than just straight. But Jeff does put the black border around it, so if you want to just cut them out straight, it works well. It's not a problem. These are not the best cutting scissors also. I'm sure y'all know. They never were. Let's see, maybe a little waist. A piece of doily would work. What is this? Netting kind of part of this. I don't want that much of it. I'm just trying to figure out how much I do want. On my pinking shears. I kind of like it sticking up above the pocket. I think that's fine. I'm not sure. I might have to put a little like piece of lace or something around it to hold it closed, because it isn't going to want to stay closed on its own. I'm just going to put like a little script stamp in there. I just feel like it needs something. So let's do this part. I'm using my archival ink because it just stamps better than the Distress ink. Sorry if I get my head in the way. Yeah, just needed something in there. Even though it mostly gets covered, I just didn't like it by itself like that. Okay, I'm going to do some stitching and I will be right back and show you guys. Okay, so I'm back. So I stitched all around the outside, as you can see, and for some reason right here too. I don't know what I was doing. I was thinking the pocket was on this side and I was, you know, sewing this way, so all the stitches on the outside. Anyways, extra stitch. And then I stitched all around that. So that goes in there. And then we have to decide what we're going to close it with, which may wait until I put it in the journal, but I'll probably put some kind of little twine or lace or something around there. But I wanted to put maybe her there, and maybe one of Tina at Shabbydabbydooddah's numbers. Just want a little one. Black would actually look kind of nice. And these are the ovals. They're this size in Joff's kit, Medieval Mirage, but I shrunk them down, some of them down, so that I had some smaller ones. So I think that's what I'll do there. Maybe a little bit of doily with it. Just a little piece here. Yeah, that'll work. And I just put some Tim Holtz ink on there because I had watered down some of his ink and was using it on the digi I made this weekend. And so I just used what was left on a doily. Sorry, it's lawnmower day at in our neighborhood. Can't get away from it. And I could glue stick this, but I might as well just use this since I got it out. It works. I like those ovals, those are fun. Very pretty kit, Jeff. I'm gonna wrinkle that a little. Of course, you know I can't not. Okay. So that is that. I think those are super fun, and they're nice and flat and thin, so that, and the way I would use it, if I can find where I put the signature. Okay, what did I do? I'm sure you can deduce how I would use it, but oh my gosh, it's right in front of my nose. It cracked me up because Gail couldn't find her black ink pad yesterday. And I told her don't feel bad because if it was me, it would have been like right under my nose the whole time. At least she had it down in a basket or something on the floor. So mine's usually just right there. I just didn't see it. So you could like do it this way and have it open, but I would probably put it more on an outside page so that this, you know, opens like that. Could put a flower on this inside part. I put my washi sticker flowers in one of these. You know, we all had these to put photos in for ages. Well, you can still get them like at Michael's and stuff. I think that's where I got this one. And yeah, I think that works great because you can just slip them in there and see them, because I just don't have time to make one of those ephemera holders. I like that, but I don't know. That one would probably be better, but I don't know if that's just too much pink. I could just do that part of it. Could use one of these too. I thought I had a yellow one. Because that's just a lot of pink again. I think I'm just going to use the top part, even though it's kind of sad to cut it, but I think that will be best. Kind of, you rocking out?
I didn't even push the button or have
It just decided you needed some?
Yeah.
Nice. Had his first marching band. They had a football game on Friday night, and the band got to March and Play. They did great. The first part of their marching show. I mean, it's a little different this year because they're not competing, but they still have a marching show they're doing, so that was fun to go watch. Probably didn't need to bring it quite over this far, but it's all right. Just a little something in there that's flat, so we don't add any more bulk to our door that doesn't want to stay closed on it. But I'll tie some around there. I just don't know what yet. So another thing I was playing with was Joff has the postcards, and this is a belly band, but I thought it would be fun to fold it so that it's like a holder for the postcards. And I printed on the back, you know, one of the other images from this digi. I like the way that is. And then we need to decorate the little circle on there. And her postcards come all, you know, cut like that. You just have to fussy cut them out. But I thought it would be cute to have like a stack of them, and then you could put them in a pocket. So I'm mostly, like I said, using her one kit. I thought it would be kind of different of me to mainly just use one of her digis. I always end up using all kinds, you know, of stuff because that's what I do. But this one, I love all the pages. I mean, they're always good, but I just like it. So I think we could add a pocket, one of her. Got some really beautiful, I think you could make them tags, you can make them anything, but I think they'd be cool pockets, like to put on a page. I don't know if these will fit in there. I guess they probably will. But you could slide those in there with the little, you know, thing around them. So what I'm going to do is back this so that, because it's just on copy paper, and I want it a little stronger than that. I guess it doesn't matter, I'll just use this. And I'm just going to do, yeah, I don't want all these ones with the pictures on them. I'm going to do 2 pages together just to make sure it's nice and sturdy, because it's a pocket, you know, all the in and out. I printed those postcards on thicker cardstock. Well, it's lightweight cardstock, but it's thicker than copy paper. I don't really use thick cardstock because I just don't like it that much. It's hard to cut out, and for most things it's too thick for junk journals. I mean, tags and stuff, it's great, but I don't think these need a whole lot of anything on them. Oops, I thought that was longer. I don't need a whole lot of anything on them either. Very pretty. Might add one of her circles or something. I'm going to cover that because it was getting sticky. We have weird weather here today. It's like yesterday and today, it's cooled off. The high is going to be 73, which is crazy. I mean, it's great. That's my favorite. I love the 70s. But it's just weird because it was super hot. And it's kind of early to have it cool down that much. I mean, I'm thrilled, but Because once it hits the 90s, I'm out. Like, I don't even want to deal with it anymore. I can't decide if I want it on a page this way. This seems to make more sense to me for some reason than this way. This looks like it is the edge of the page, I think is what the deal is. So I think that's the direction I'll go with it. I'm going to put a few little decorations on it. She has, see, all these great pockets too. So, and little tabs. I was just fussy cutting away last night. I don't know if I want another rose. Maybe an image would be better. I think we're rosed. Oh, there's the yellow one. Let's see. I think we have rosed. Kind of like that one. Let's do that one. I could put a little more doily maybe. I don't know, it's so pretty with that background. Just a little, just use a little piece. Where's the rest of the... See? I lose stuff really easily when I'm doing this. I even cleaned off my desk too, but I still lose stuff. It's like I get weird tunnel vision or something. That works. And I was thinking, says Dream. These are Shabbydabbydoodah. Inspire. Kind of like the dream. She kind of looks like she's daydreaming or something. So let's just go with that. And that doesn't really need any. I like to use our glitter glue on doilies because you can just kind of do it all over and then use a dry cloth of some kind to blot it a little bit. Yeah, they're just great stuff in this kit. I mean, she always has lots of ephemera and stuff. I just really like these. Beautiful. Okay, punch a little thumb hole here. I stink at this. Right, and then let's do our little belly band that I folded around. Figure out what we want to do in there. This lady, she has these circles too, and that would probably work on there. Yeah, I think I like that. And I just printed these again on the parchment copy paper from Southworth, and you can get it at Walmart, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it at like Office Depot type places, so it's pretty readily available and not super duper expensive, which is nice. And I get the ivory. This one's got a little bit more of a speckle to it. I don't know, it's a little bit different than the one I order on Amazon, but I still like it. Okay. Did we get all those? Yes. I'm going to put the one with the eyelet lace, and I'm not really going to do anything to these postcards because look at them, they're beautiful by themselves. So I'm going to put that on there like this, and it slides off. I folded it just a tiny bit big because since these are sort of jaggedy, you want to make it just a little bit bigger when you fold it so that you can get it back off again. Obviously, if you want to get them out, right? And I just want to make it straight. It's flat. So see, it slides off, but that's just kind of fun. I don't know. Just an idea. Alright, I was just looking at this butterfly. I don't know if this is... Kinda like it. Let's see, where do we want to put that? On that kind of page, or yeah, I think that'll work. I might go ahead and stitch it onto the page, actually. Maybe with a little lace out the side. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. So let me stitch this and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I got that all stitched. Sorry, my light is down here. On and around, and then our little stack of postcards just tucked in there, and she can even peek out. So that worked out very well. I like it. And then we also got our little faux envelope done. I just don't know where I want to put it yet or how I want to keep it closed. But 2 things, so not too bad. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and we will chat again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.